Holy shit, another awful, maybe not awful performance, awful result.
Yeah, I thought they deserved to lose this game, though. From
Really?
what I saw, yeah. Just some of the same issues killing them, and
Yeah.
this isn't going to be like a standard post game where you go through each goal. There were 8 goals, and like we're not going to do the box score game and like all that. But I think we're going to do takeaways from this. So Islanders lose 5-3, and they had an opportunity. The game was tied late. And a bad goal goes in the final minute, and then they give up an empty net goal. So a 5-3 loss in regulation. They squander a chance at even just getting a point. But what frustrated me, and you're going to go, well, this has happened 30-something times this year already now. But once again, I feel like special teams was the main difference here. They were 1 for 2 on the penalty kill, so just 50%. And they were 0 for 4 on the power play. And they had a really good opportunity at the start of the third period. Noah Dobson scores a goal. Then they challenged for goalie interference. It was not goalie interference. So then the Islanders immediately go on a power play. So they tie the game at 3. And if they score there, they have all the momentum and they lead for the first time of the day. And they're unable to do it. And they don't get anything of quality going. It's all around the perimeter, nothing going towards the net. And I just found myself like, this is yet another example of the Islanders not being able to be good enough on special teams, costing them.
Yeah, and that's such a big asset of our facet of our game that is failing us. When we've talked, like you said, 30 times already this year, and you're against one of the worst teams in the league. They have a really good penalty kill. The 4th best penalty kill in the league on average was 84.4%. But still, you have 4 chances. That means you should score 1. On average, a team should score once in every 4 power plays. 20%, that's all we're asking. And 20% efficiency on the power play is middle of the pack. Even below that, 19th. You'd be ranked 19th with the 20% efficiency on the power play. So we're not asking for much. That's 1 goal on the power play. Take your pick on any of the 4. And they can't get it done against a really bad team, albeit really good specifically in the penalty kill. But even I don't think their power play is, and their power play is 11th actually. So they're really good in special teams, but are garbage at 5-on-5, which is like the flip for us. We excel at the 5-on-5 part, and we crap the bed there too. Yeah. I guess we didn't. We scored 3 goals at 5-on-5, but we just, because we can't deal with the penalty kill, we suck.
Yeah, but it's like every opportunity you have in a special teams, in a not even in a specialty, in a non 5-on-5 environment. So they allow a power play goal against, they allow us 6-on-5 goal against. So granted, it was with an empty net, but it still counts. It's not a 5-on-5 situation.
Right.
I don't know. Like, I feel bad in a way to our listeners here because I feel like we do the same show every night. It's like one of the special teams killed them again.
Yeah, you're right. I feel bad for them because, like, great. Why am I tuning in again for these guys to complain about the power play and the penalty kill? Just putting it out there. So maybe we move on to maybe something else that happened in this game. And it's just, I really feel that it wasn't even just the penalty kill and the power play that let them down. It was a letdown from a lot of sources, even Ilya Sorokin.
Yeah, it was a bad. I thought the second to last goal to Bedard at the end in the final minute was tough. He's got to have that.
He got enough of it to get all of it, and he didn't. And you're going, a goalie of his caliber, getting as much as he did should have not gone in. Shouldn't have gone in. Sure, you can also revisionist history and say, like, well, Bedard shouldn't have been alone in the slot there in that moment to score
Also
that
true.
goal. And absolutely, no lies detected. I forget who he ghosted. I think it was Cholowski. Yeah.
It was a really bad sequence at the end. I believe Cholowski iced it. McLean lost a face-off. Cholowski lost his man, and Sorokin should have stopped it. If memory serves correct, those were the 4 things in that sequence.
Yeah. And I feel like he should have got the Taylor Hall one. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but it felt like he was there. Again, Dobson probably should have done a lot more to cover Taylor Hall in that specific situation. Just complete broken lack of details, right? Because that goal goes in 20 seconds left in the first period. So that's twice now where we allow a goal in the dying seconds of a frame and it bites us in the ass because we don't have that attention to detail. And I know we started this by blaming Sorokin, but I'm kind of venting here, I suppose.
Yeah.
Which I think is what people come here to do, because they're probably venting on their own, and they're looking for someone to say the things that they're saying, at least internally, because maybe they're not always surrounded by a community of Islander fans to vent with them. And so we're allowing to do that, at least internally, with them as they listen to us. But that's where I'm at. Just Sorokin was to blame there. Dobson was to blame. There's blame to go everywhere. And you're like, God damn it, this really fucking sucks. Sorry, I swore, but it really sucks where you're the better team and these two dumb mistakes for lack of attention to detail, and you lose the game against one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. It's like, it really does feel like it's one step forward, two steps back with this team.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they jump up right to a 5-2 lead the other day against this very same team.
5-1.
And they almost
5-1 even.
You're right. And they let that almost piss away.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, okay, we can't let that happen again. Their coach puts them on blast, and then they do this shit.
Yeah,
well, what
imagine
is
that.
West supposed to do?
He absolutely reamed into him after how that third period ended. And like a fool, I bought in. I thought they would win this game. In my Friday six pack, I predicted that the Islanders would win today 3-1. I thought, you know what? They were called out. I think they'll play with a little bit of pride because they embarrassed their goalie and embarrassed their coach. And they didn't. They were not a very good team today. And, you know, I know we'll get to in a little bit. They had some guys return from injury, too, and they're going to have more even return from injury. But even still, that's not enough today against one of the worst teams in the NHL.
If you like that, make sure to subscribe to Up the Turnpike on Patreon for more exclusive New York Islanders content.